Hello, everyone. Welcome to another special webinar or assessment for LAM CAA students. We are still on basic anatomy and physiology. This time we focus on gastrointestinal system. Let's welcome, straight from Cebu, Sir Harold Labajo. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Doc.
What are the three main functions of the gastrointestinal system?
Digestion, absorption, metabolism,
What system controls the gastrointestinal system?
parasympathetic nervous system,
What are the four organs of the GI system responsible for ingestion?
mouth, salivary glands, pharynx, and esophagus,
What three organs are responsible for absorption of nutrients?
stomach, small intestine, and large intestine,
The mouth is where food is broken down. What enzyme helps in the chemical breakdown that is secreted by the salivary glands?
amylase,
The function of the epiglottis is to what letter?
letter C, block of the tracheal tube,
The esophagus performs blank to propel food.
peristalsis,
What is the pH of the stomach?
2,
After the breakdown in the stomach, the acidic mixture becomes,
chyme,
yes. What are nutrients used for?
for energy and as building blocks for larger complex chemicals.
What are the two compounds of metabolism? And explain each.
Okay. Anabolism is the act of building molecules, whereas catabolism is the act of breaking down molecules to release energy.
Where does most of absorption occur in our digestive tract?
Small intestine,
What are the three sections of the small intestine?
duodenum, jejunum, and the ileum.
Which one of the three sections of the small intestine is connected to the liver and pancreas?
Duodenum,
The gallbladder releases bile to disperse and absorb blank.
fats,
What are the four main sections of the large intestine?
cecum, colon, rectum, and anus.
The large intestine also absorbs stuff from food. What is it limited to?
Water and electrolytes to transform it into solid fecal matter.
What is the shortest section of the excretion?
Rectum,
What are the three auxiliary organs that all have ducts leading into the duodenum?
pancreas, liver, gallbladder.
True or false? The auxiliary organs break down proteins, carbs, and fats.
True.
Fats are broken down by bile, blank, then by lipases, enzymes.
Emulsification,
What is the organ that is attached to the cecum, the large intestine, and has no digestive function whatsoever?
the appendix.
Appendicitis occurs when you have inflammation of the lining of the appendix. What is the name of the surgical procedure used to remove it?
Appendectomy.
Mouth and throat conditions can vary, but all medications usually contain alcohol and phenol bases as well as benzocaines. What is the purpose of these agents?
Well, the alcohols or phenols are antiseptics to kill bacteria, and the benzocaines menthol can help with the pain since they are anesthetic.
What are the two main stomach conditions?
GERD and peptic ulcers.
GERD occurs when the blank relaxes and acidic contents back up into the esophagus, causing burning sensations in the chest and throat.
Cardiac sphincter.
Peptic ulcer disease is a chronic condition that causes sores in the lining of the stomach and or duodenum. What is the cause?
Helicobacter pylori, a gram-negative bacillus that embeds itself in the mucosal lining of the stomach, duodenum, and rectum.
What are the most common symptoms of intestinal conditions?
Diarrhea and constipation.
True or false? Medications are often a common cause of intestinal conditions such as diarrhea and constipation.
True.
Two types of diarrhea are acute and chronic depending on duration. Can you die from diarrhea?
Yes, because vital fluids and electrolytes are lost if not replaced.
Blank is gas caused by byproduct of microbial breakdown of food. For example, when you eat broccoli, onions, garlic.
Flatulence.
Blank is characterized by chronic or periodic diarrhea alternating with constipation.
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Ulcerative colitis is similar to Crohn's disease because there is inflammation and source, but where?
In the lining of the large intestine or colon instead of the small intestine.
Now let's go to anatomy of the gastrointestinal system. Which number indicates the transverse colon?
Number 8.
Number 3 is
Number 3, the submandibular salivary gland.
number 1.
Number 1 is the oral cavity.
Which number indicates sublingual salivary gland?
Numbers. Number 2,
Which number indicates the cecum?
cecum. Number 10,
Number 11 is
appendix.
which number indicates the liver?
Liver. Number 4,
Number 5 is pointing to
5, the gallbladder.
which number indicates the duodenum?
Duodenum. Number 6,
Number 13 is what?
number 13, the nasopharynx.
Peristalsis causes
Uh, food to move down to the esophagus.
number 7 is
Number 7, the common bile duct.
number 9.
The ascending colon.
Which number indicates the parotid salivary gland?
Number 12,
True or false? Digestion begins with saliva and mastication.
true.
Number 11 is
Number 11, the appendix.
which number indicates the tongue?
Tongue. Number 14,
Number 15 is
the laryngopharynx.
true or false? Peristalsis is the proper name for chewing.
False.
And then what is it? It's mastication, diba? Chewing.
Mastication.
Which number indicates the esophagus?
Number 16,
Number 17 is
stomach.
number 13.
Number 13, the nasopharynx.
Water and minerals are reabsorbed into the blood in
The large intestine.
which number indicates the pancreas?
Pancreas. Number 18,
Number 19 is
the pancreatic duct.
which number indicates the parotid salivary gland?
Parotid. Number 12,
Which number indicates the small intestine?
number 20,
Number 23 is
the anus.
number 21.
21, the descending colon.
Which number indicates the rectum?
Rectum. Number 22,
What is number 14?
Number 14, the tongue.
95% of absorption of nutrients occurs where?
95% in the small intestine.
What is number 12?
Number 12, the sublingual salivary gland.
True or false? Mastication is the proper name for chewing.
True.
What is number 10?
Number 10, the cecum.
Oral cavity is what number?
Number 1.
What is number 2?
Number 2, the sublingual salivary gland.
The appendix is what number?
The appendix number 11.
Submandibular salivary gland is indicated by what number?
Number 3.
What is number 4?
Number 4, liver.
Ascending colon is what number?
The ascending colon, number 9.
What is number 12?
Number 12, the parotid salivary gland.
What is number 8?
Number 8, the transverse colon.
Gallbladder is what number?
Gallbladder is number 5.
What is number 6?
The duodenum.
Common bile duct is what number?
Number 7.
What is number 14?
The tongue.
Pancreatic duct is what number?
Pancreatic duct is number 19.
Laryngopharynx is what number?
Number 15.
Anus, what number?
23.
Number 16.
Number 16, the esophagus.
Nasopharynx is what number?
13.
Stomach.
Stomach. 17.
Number 18. What is number
The pancreas. The pancreas.
Sphincter controls the flow of chyme into.
Duodenum.
What is number 20?
20, the small intestine.
Descending colon is what number?
21.
Number 22 is what?
The rectum.
Thick liquid in the stomach after digestion is called.
Chyme.
True or false? Stomach contains hydrochloric acid.
True.
What is number 12?
Number 12, the parotid salivary gland.
Now let's go to physiology of the gastrointestinal system. Saliva contains the enzyme amylase, which breaks down which compound?
Starch.
The gallbladder releases which substance?
Bile.
At what pH range is gastric acid maintained?
1 to 3.
What is the name of the muscular process for moving food down the esophagus?
Peristalsis.
Where does absorption of water occur?
In the large intestine.
Which one of the following is not a function of bile?
Protein breakdown.
Proteins are degraded by which enzyme?
Pepsin.
Where in the gastrointestinal tract does pancreatic juice drain into?
Small intestine.
Which part of the villus is used for the absorption of fatty acids from food?
The lacteal.
Which of the following is not a product of fat digestion?
Peptides,
Lipase degrades which group of compounds or lipase?
fats,
Where does protein degradation take place?
in the stomach,
The blood capillaries in villi absorb which nutrients?
simple sugars, and amino acids.
Which of the following is not an advantage of stomach acid?
Uh, Optimum pH for amylase.
What is the esophagus made of?
Smooth muscle.
The duodenum is part of which of the following?
Small intestine.
Name the contractions that push food through the esophagus.
Peristalsis.
What type of acid is found in the stomach?
Hydrochloric acid.
Where is bile made?
In the gallbladder.
No. Where is
No,
bile
sorry.
made?
In the liver.
Yes. Storage is gallbladder. What role does the pancreas play in the digestive system?
The production of digestive enzymes.
Which of these is an accessory organ to digestion?
The gallbladder.
How often does the stomach need to regenerate a new layer of mucus?
Every 2 weeks.
The wall of the intestinal villi is approximately how many cells thick?
1 cell.
The lacteals in villi drain into which system?
The lymphatic system.
What is a bolus?
A bowl of masticated food.
The glands that produce amylase are in
The mouth.
which part of the body performs mastication?
The mouth.
The stomach is rich in folds called
Uh,
rugae.
Rogae.
Yeah.
Rogae.
Where does the descending colon lead to?
The rectum.
What purpose does the invagination of the intestinal wall serve?
To increase the surface area for absorption.
Okay, now let's go to pathology of the digestive system or the gastrointestinal system. A low fiber diet can cause or exacerbate which of the following?
Constipation.
A sore on the mucous membrane of the oral cavity is commonly known as?
Mouth ulcer.
What is the most common cause of diarrhea?
Intestinal infection.
A hiatus hernia is the protrusion of which of the following into the thorax?
The upper part of the stomach.
Lactose intolerance is inability of adults or children to digest a particular type of sugar found in?
Milk.
Where would a gastric ulcer be found?
In the stomach.
A yellowish discoloration of the skin and the white area of the eyes is the main symptom of?
Jaundice.
Jaundice is caused by high blood level of which of the following?
Bilirubin.
Crohn's disease is a type of?
Inflammatory bowel disease.
Phenylketonuria, which involves impaired metabolism of phenylalanine, is caused by?
Lack of pH enzyme activity.
Appendicitis is?
The inflammation of the appendix.
Inflammation of the pancreas due to prolonged heavy alcohol use is referred to as?
Chronic pancreatitis.
What is eructation?
Belching.
Which of the following is the name of a digestive disease in which pouches within the large bowel wall become inflamed?
Diverticulitis.
Prolonged straining in an effort to empty the bowels can lead to which of the following conditions?
Hemorrhoids.
What is the medical name for the condition of impaired digestion, commonly known as indigestion?
Dyspepsia.
Which condition is characterized by replacement of normal liver tissue by scar tissue, resulting in the loss of liver function?
Cirrhosis.
Cirrhosis. Changes in the
Cirrhosis.
junction between the stomach and the esophagus, including abnormal relaxation of the LES or lower esophageal sphincter, can lead to the condition known as
Gastroesophageal gastroesophageal
reflux.
reflux.
A blockage of the cystic duct by gallstones is a common cause of inflammation of the gallbladder. What is the medical term for this condition?
Cholecystitis.
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 Condition of having diverticula in the sigmoid colon which are not inflamed is
Diverticulosis.
a genetic or environmentally induced lactase deficiency is the cause of which of the following conditions?
Lactose intolerance.
Are tobacco smokers more likely to develop Crohn's disease than non-smokers?
Yes, twice as likely.
Which of the following is a chronic relapsing form of inflammatory bowel disease that causes inflammation and ulcers only in the colon?
Ulcerative colitis.
The standard treatment for acute appendicitis is
Surgical removal.
lactobacillus is A.
Probiotic.
The most common cause of a hiatus hernia is
Obesity.
gallstones are composed of varying amounts of bilirubin and what other substance?
Cholesterol.
In an ileostomy, which part of the intestine is brought out onto the surface of the skin to allow intestinal waste to pass into an external pouch or bag?
The end of small intestine.
Which of the following is a potential problem due to long-term use or high doses of anti-inflammatory drugs such as aspirin, ibuprofen, or naproxen?
Ulcers.
The regurgitation of gastric acid into the esophagus, which is the major symptom of gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD, causes the condition commonly known as.
Heartburn.
Which of these is the function of the digestive system?
To take in and break down food for use by the body.
Okay. A long tube that carries food from the mouth to the stomach is.
The esophagus.
Which organ stores the liver's digestive juices until they are needed by the intestines?
The gallbladder.
An organ that produces a bodily juice called bile is.
Liver.
The place where digested molecules of food, water, and minerals are absorbed is.
Small intestine.
The organ that produces a digestive juice that contains a wide array of enzymes to break down fat, carbohydrate, and protein in food is called.
Pancreas.
Which part of the digestive system removes solid wastes, such as feces, from the body?
Large intestine.
Which organ stores swallowed food and liquid, mixes up digestive juices with the food and liquid, and sends it to the small intestine?
Stomach.
Okay. The tiny finger-like projections in the small intestine are
Villi or villi?
villi, plural
Villi.
villus. The singular is villus. Which organ contains tiny glands that produce juices to digest food found in the mouth, stomach, and small intestine?
Mucosa.
The final portion of the large intestine.
The rectum.
Opening at the end of the digestive tract in which solid wastes are eliminated.
The anus.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Good job.
Thank you. Wala. Wait lang. Okay.